want to stay away from clapping my hands when I start a video. I saw I've been doing that a lot. I think it's like because I'm insecure or shy and whatnot, or it gives off that vibe, but I really ain't. Because first of all, let's face it, I'm not afraid of you guys. And then second of all, no, I'm kidding. Welcome back to the channel. I'm back with a chit chat that I thought you guys might be interested in having with me. So welcome back to the channel. I'm back with a chit chat that I thought you guys might be interested in having with me. So if you have been following this channel, there hasn't been much to follow, but if you've watched my first couple of videos, you'll know you'll know that I'm a DJ. I don't like referring to myself as someone who's been a DJ because the skill and the passion's still there, and if I ever want to revisit that again, I feel like I have the option to, and obviously the choice to. I want to get into the reason, well, not the more personal ones, but the reasons pertaining to the industry that made me feel like this is not for me right now. Okay. The reason I decided to have this conversation on my YouTube channel is because it is like DJing is a big part of my life. It's a big part of how I know most people that I do know, and I see that it's becoming a very, I don't know, it's becoming a go-to hobby or like money-making scheme for a lot of people. Okay, so I need you guys to be patient with me because I'm too lazy to drive out and get alcohol. So I have a bit of Chardonnay in here, but it's frozen, and I have a little bit of Chardonnay in here that's warm. So I'm gonna mix these two together and fix myself a glass of Chardonnay.
No, it's warm. I can feel it through the glass. It's a year. I don't know. I've had this since last year somewhere. This is the best Chardonnay there is, by the way. They're not sponsoring me, but Spear, big up, dog. This thing does the thing. It gets you drunk. Okay, so I'm just gonna shake it. You guys are getting a 2-for-1. You are getting a tutorial on how to make your warm wine cold. If you have another bottle of the same kind of wine, but that one's frozen. Okay, I think that's fine. I don't like filling up my drinks, especially because I think wine tastes gross. So, not really gross, but it's not nice. So I think that should be enough for now. And that's it back in the fridge, maybe.
So I'm just gonna go, like, I'm just gonna highlight 5 pointers in this video. I don't want my videos to be too long because like you end up losing focus and you're getting bored. So point number 1, this is something that you'll see from as soon as you are good at your craft, as soon as you are good at being a DJ, people will take as much advantage of you as they possibly can. They will. And if you are someone who is very gullible, who doesn't believe that you are worthy and stuff like that, people will take advantage of you for as long as they can. You can be earning so much in one place and settling for absolutely nothing in another, which is crazy because I went through that so much. I even went through phases of people negotiating amounts for long, like negotiating an amount with me in 2018 and still paying me that same amount in 2020 something, even though I had said that's less than what I charge. So if you don't put your foot down, people are always, promoters are always looking to take advantage. And I see a new trend. There's a new open deck trend situation going on. I don't want to drop names, but I see that there's a lot of DJs that are trying to cut costs and save money by exploiting female DJs and saying, come show off your talent. There's social media platforms where you can check out whether or not I'm able to do what I say I'm able to do. Or give me an opportunity, not like when there's an open deck situation, but give me an opportunity where you'll at least cover expenses that need to be covered for me to get there, and then I'll showcase, and then next time there's no need for us to be negotiating. Then you just book me and then you pay me my fee. So if you allow it, people will always take advantage of you in the industry. It doesn't matter how big you are, it's a thing. And then guys, for a long time, I'm gonna try and remember like these things at the top of my head, or just whatever comes to mind. For a long time, when you start DJing, no matter how good you are, there is no money. I don't know if it's just me or I was bad at marketing myself. This is going to lead to the next point in this video. There is no money. You are going to have to fund you're going to have to fund your brand in the marketing process, or like when you're starting off. And sometimes that could be really long. Like if, for example, you sat down with DJ Black Coffee and you asked him how long it took him to get to where it is, like there's no joke, like patience but I think we all know that in this day and age, connection is more of value than anything else. It doesn't matter how good you are at something. If you don't know the right people, then unfortunately it's chai for you. And then the reason I was saying that's going to lead to the next one is because having a management team is crucial, and having a transparent management team. If you're able to get in touch, or like if you're able to get in touch with like an artist management firm, that would be beneficial to you. If I know it's kind of like difficult to be under a stable because you're not the main focus, because you're not the only focus. That's why we've ended up like accepting to be managed by people who we saw as passionate, and then they end up taking the little money that they were charging on our behalf and literally just scamming us. It's important to have a management team that knows about the industry, that like has an idea on how they want to market you, and then that believes in you so much so that they are willing to back you, because in the beginning stages they might need to fund, you're the way you look when you go to gigs, because when you're under a stable, it's a much bigger thing than when you're managing yourself. I can go to a gig in pajamas and no one would really tell me nothing, because I don't have bosses, or I don't have people that have put anything in this brand. It's just me. I would be letting myself down. It's important to have management, and then that leads to paperwork and contracts. When you go into, I went to Fuse Academy thinking they're going to teach me everything about the industry from A to Z. They didn't. They taught me the craft. They taught me how to DJ. They did not teach me how to sell myself. They did not teach me like what goes into charging for, like when you play. That those are things that you wing when you get into the industry. You speak to other DJs and then you find out, oh, this is what you're charging, this is how long you've been playing for, and then you listen to them and you're like, okay, I'm a bit better, or I play just as good, and then you charge like that. It's like everything needs to have a bit of a core, I don't know, like you need a foundation. Like they need to tell you at least certain elements to consider when you are charging, elements to consider when you take a gig, elements to consider when you need those kind of things. We cannot be out here just winging it. Some people wing it and they win because they are not like us. I'm not about to go to a gig to do research on like, how do I do this? How do I do this? Here and there, if it comes up, I'll listen and I'll pick up on that. But I also don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing. And I know that's a problem. It's a problem that a lot of us have. We want to look like professionals in industries where we're still amateurs. And that's why you don't really go nowhere. The people that look dumber in the beginning stages end up further than most that look like they know what's going on when they don't. I don't know what point is that. I'll have to look at that. And then the biggest thing for me is this is something that put me off just before I stopped taking gigs. You need to keep up with the trends. The DJing industry is no longer about the talent and the art anymore. It is now about, like we see a lot of reels where people are dancing, not really dancing, but like moving asses and stuff, looking weird as hell. And that's what people like to see. I'm not gonna bash it, but I'm not gonna do it. And towards me deciding that I don't want to accept gigs anymore, I was looking for a management company. I had found someone, or let's rather say my previous manager who I worked with for a bit, we weren't on the worst terms. And I know he's smart, it's just that I felt like he was taking advantage of me. He was overworking me and underpaying me. I felt like he was scamming me. So and then he took on more artists and paid more attention to them than he was to me, which is why essentially I decided to leave that company. So I spoke to him and I was like, you know what? I want to come back. I want to start playing again, blah, 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 some pointers. And everywhere I go, like, your look is too chill. Like, your look is too chill. You're too conservative. Is that what you call it? I'm too conservative. I don't show my body off. I don't wear skimpy clothes at all. And I'm not willing to change that about me. I think I have a right to say I'm not willing to change that about me. It doesn't matter like what I decide to go into next. If I go into something that allows me to be me right now, the way that I am for now, I'll enjoy it for now. And then eventually, if it comes up that I need to be a skimpy somebody, I'll also exit. But at the same time, I'm thinking this is just a phase, you know? I'm thinking it's a phase. At some point, it will be like about talent again. People will get bored with hearing bad mixing and just like going to groove for ass and like I see they putting rude people on, disabled people on. Like, go get it. It's fine. But we don't fall under any of those categories. I personally don't. I'm not bashing anyone, but I don't fall under any of those categories. I was a DJ because I was in love with the art of it. I was good at DJing. And that was it. I wasn't in the industry for cloud or. And then I'm just gonna give this, if this is not point number 5, this is gonna be a bonus point, because guys, you will come across people who act like they like you as a person but want to get close to you just for clout. I hate that so much because I'm a genuine person. I don't like some people, like people come around you because like you're some kind of celebrity or you popular. I hate it. I dated so many guys who would refer to me using my stage name, and I was like, why do you do that? And it would be like we dating for like a year or two and you still have me saved as. I feel like that's a clout chasing thing personally. So it's easier to pick up on whether or not a person is genuine or not if you are not in the public eye. That is all across. It's not just DJing, whether you're a singer or whatever, there will be cloud chasers. Some people like them. I really do not. I don't. If you want to be with me for cloud, you must tell me first up, and then I'm gonna just drop off, blah blah blah. Guys, this wine is hitting home now. But I don't like cloud chasers. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like ass licking. I don't like having to make friends with certain people just so I could get bookings. I don't like, I just don't like all these things. I have my people and that's that. I hope this video like was a bit informative, but these are things because I think like a DJ, I assume that people know these things, but DJs know these things. When we talk about these things, everyone is like they are in parliament, they agree with one another, each on top of the other. But if you are considering getting into the DJing industry, have these at the back of your mind. Have a management team, you know. They must drop the paperwork, even for themselves. You must know what you're getting yourself into with those people. I will tell you a story time about this other guy who managed me at some point in my life. I hope I'll remember to tell you guys a story time, because I was like, and he managed me for a long time, and he was playing me like we weren't like, no, he was ugly. He was playing me financially and it was bad, but we'll talk about it in another video. Now I'm tipsy. thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this was short, but you know, the question comes up a lot. Are you still a DJ? You know, I am a DJ. I just don't want to accept gigs right now in this economy, you know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and if you have any questions, I'll address them in the videos in future. Hopefully some of my friends that are DJs, because I do have a lot of DJ friends, will come in and share their 2 cents, and we can have like a dialogue about it and really talk about what's happening in the industry, and eventually as the channel grows and it progresses. I see you guys are not subscribing. You're just watching my videos for free. Please do subscribe. I'm not shouting, I'm calm. Please do subscribe, comment, and like, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.